What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I wanted to give you guys an update on my favorite company, which is Nextech AR Solutions, because this is a stock that I believe can easily 10x and maybe even more over the next 5 to 10 years. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to check out the playlist linked above because I've already done about 5 or 6 videos on them. So if you want to learn more about all 4 of the verticals, as well as the management team and other press releases, be sure to check that out because there's a ton of value to be had from that. Now, I also know that a lot of you that watch this video are super bullish on this company. So I do want to let you know that I did just discover a Nextech AR Discord chat, and it's actually really awesome. There's a ton of good guys in there that really know a lot about the company and can offer unique perspectives. So if you want to join that chat and join 500 other members, be sure to check out the first link in the description because I'll have a link to that. So check it out if you guys want. Now with that, let's get into the format of today's video. So it's going to be broken up into 3 main segments. So in part 1, I'm going to be talking about a recent acquisition that is really going to improve the InfernoAR platform and really broaden the product solutions that they can offer to customers. In part 2, I'm going to be covering a recent strategic partnership in Korea and why this is such a big deal. And then in part 3, I'm going to talk about what everybody wants to know about, and that is the status of the Nasdaq uplisting. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video because there's going to be a ton of value throughout this. So with that, let's get into part 1. So diving into this recent acquisition, Nextech announced on Monday, November 23rd that they had acquired Map Dynamics for roughly $780,000 in cash with a 12-month potential earnout of an additional $525,000. Now with this acquisition comes all of the team members and the founder of Map Dynamics, which is definitely something you always want to see. So to tell you a little more about Map Dynamics, they have a self-serve platform for hybrid, virtual, and in-person events that support live video chat, networking, analytics, and reporting for various events like conferences, trade shows, and seminars. Now, their platform has the ability to host and manage live events for more than 100,000 attendees, both online and in its branded events app. Now, over the past 19 months, Map Dynamics has hosted more than 1,700 events, totaling about $1.5 million in revenue within that time frame. And the reason this is a key acquisition is because now it allows Nextech to offer tiered pricing options and really expand the capabilities of what they can offer to their customers. One of the benefits of this acquisition is now Nextech can provide a fully built in-person event platform while also leveraging their existing augmented and virtual reality technology to expand their online solutions, making them essentially a one-stop shop for all types of events. And on top of that, they now have access to a large existing customer base that Map Dynamics already has that can now be sold these new features, which can increase user engagement and provide detailed analytics. Now, one important feature to note that isn't in the press release but can be found in an interview of Evan talking about this acquisition is the fact that Map Dynamics Events app can actually perform transactions straight from their app. So if you're at a virtual conference and you want to make a purchase, you can do this directly on their platform. And since the start of the company, they have executed almost $250 million in transactions on their platform. So this is a great feature to really provide an all-around product solution to Nextech's already existing customer base. Now, I always like to talk about what the CEO has to say about this because really, it gives us good insight as to what management's future plans and growth avenues are for these new acquisitions. So CEO Evan Gappelberg stated that with this acquisition, they now have the opportunity to cross-sell their AR solutions with Map Dynamics' large customer base as they look to grow their revenue by 100x, meaning of course Map Dynamics revenue. Now at first glance, that may sound ridiculous to grow their revenue from 1 million to 100 million, but I'd like to point out that their main platform InfernoAR actually started from an acquisition of a company called Jolokia, which was acquired just 8 months ago and is already at a run rate of over 10x their 2019 revenue. So Nextech's already shown us that they can take an acquisition and exponentially scale their revenue, and I expect this to be the same case with Map Dynamics. So personally, I believe that Nextech is going all in on the events and conferencing industry Now, of course, they're still going to pursue the other 3 verticals, but Evan himself has already come out and stated that they're going to pursue the highest growing industries. And right now, I see that being the events and conferencing space. So I am definitely happy to see that Nextech is acquiring more businesses and really making their InfernoAR platform the best of the best. And if you guys feel like you're getting value from this video and you want to stay up to date with Nextech stock, be sure to click the subscribe button and drop a like for the YouTube algorithm because it really does help out a ton. And with that, let's get into part 2, which is the COEX partnership. Alright, so the reason I want to cover this press release specifically is because just recently in Q3, Nextech hired Yaobun Lim to be the new president and managing director of the Asia Pacific region. Now, the reason this is a key addition, especially as they begin expanding, is because he brings more than 25 years of experience with him, as well as many connections he's made from his time at SAP Global as vice president of marketing for specifically this region. So this news that they've signed their first strategic partnership is massive because it shows that they are already starting to see growth in this region within the first few months of bringing him onto the team. Now, diving into this partnership, COEX is the largest convention and exhibition center in Korea. They have more than 387,000 square feet of exhibition space and almost 5 million square feet of floor space. Yes, you heard that right, 5 million square feet, and that has been verified on COEX's website. Now, they also host more than 200 exhibitions and more than 3,000 meetings and events each year. And in addition to this, they also see some of the world's largest companies like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft come to these events. So it's clearly a massive convention center and is really the heart of Asia's business event industry. Essentially, any company or organization that wants to use COEX is going to end up having access to Nextech's platform if they want a virtual event option. Now, this is a big deal for multiple reasons. The first is that Nextech hired Yaobun Lim to specifically expand in this region, and he has clearly begun doing this. 2, the organizations that are using COEX for their events are going to remember Nextech the next time they have an event, whether that's at COEX or at another exhibition center. So as long as Nextech can provide high quality products, I believe that they will get repeat customers from this partnership. And 3, this officially puts their name out there in the Asia Pacific region, which is what they really wanted when they hired Yaobun Lim. And having the largest exhibition center in this area as a customer will definitely bring in more brand exposure, especially when you think of all the companies that attend conferences at the COEX Center. So here's a prime example of how this could lead to more customers. Imagine company A attends a conference being powered by the InfernoAR platform. They go back home, they finish the conference, and they realize that they could use this product in their own work environment. Now, they've already been exposed to the InfernoAR platform, so they already know what the capabilities of this software is. So they reach out to Nextech and bang, Nextech has another customer. Now, just imagine when Nextech finalizes their video conferencing platform, which is supposed to rival that of Zoom. All of a sudden, they have a massive customer base that they can now push this product out to. So definitely stay tuned because I believe this is the first of many partnerships that we're going to see come out of this part of the world. And with that, let's get into the final part of today's video, which is the one that all of us have been waiting for, and that's the Nasdaq uplisting. Now, if you've been following Nextech AR stock for the last couple months, then you would know that they had already applied to uplist from the OTCQB to the Nasdaq, and it was supposed to be done by the end of October. Now, obviously, this hasn't happened yet, but in a recent interview, Evan did shed some light on this and really let us know what the holdup has been and where they stand now. So basically, they submitted their application back in June, and Nasdaq came back with several questions that they needed to respond to. Now, at the same time, Nextech was working on a capital raise, and when that closed in August, they responded to the Nasdaq questions and hadn't heard back till about 2 weeks ago. Now, Nextech has responded to the second round of questions, but in the meantime, they have engaged the New York Stock Exchange with hopes to uplisting quicker on that exchange. So it's clearly still their main priority to uplist their stock to a major exchange, and they are actively working on this. We just need to be patient. Now, in the interview, Evan did mention that he was very confident this would happen by the end of the year. So I'm sure I speak for all the other longs out there that we will probably be checking the press releases almost on a daily basis, waiting for this news to break. But in the meantime, I just need to stress this: if you're in the stock and you believe in it in the long term, then it doesn't matter if they uplist at the end of this year or at the end of next year, because at the end of the day, we're all longs on this. We're in it for the next 5, 10, 15 years. So just stay patient and it will work out. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and feel that you got some value from it. And if you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel because there is definitely a ton more content coming. And again, if you guys want to join a community full of Nextech AR bulls, then check out the first link in the description, because like I said, there's a community of 500 people and they all really do provide amazing insights into the company and perspectives that even I wouldn't have thought of. So definitely I urge you to check that out and join if this is a stock you are super bullish on. And so with that, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one.